Ever wonder how you went from casually clicking an ad to suddenly handing over your credit card? That wasn't luck. That was the funnel at work. From awareness to action, every swipe, scroll, and email is part of a system designed to convert you. It's not magic, it's marketing. Let's explain what a marketing funnel is and how brands guide you step by step from just browsing to shut up and take my money. At its core, marketing is a system for getting people to care and eventually getting them to act. But because people don't usually make decisions all at once, marketers created a model to help explain how someone moves from hearing about a product to actually buying it. That model is called the marketing funnel. You probably heard the term before. It shows up in strategy decks, startup pitches, and job descriptions. But for something so widely used, it's surprisingly misunderstood. The idea behind the funnel is simple. A lot of people might see your brand, but only a few will become customers. So you picture that as a funnel, wide at the top, narrow at the bottom. As people move through different stages of the buying journey, the group gets smaller and more qualified. But what those stages look like and how people move between them has changed a lot over time. Traditionally, the funnel had three basic layers: awareness, consideration, and conversion. At the top, someone becomes aware that your brand exists. That could be through a billboard, a Google ad, or a social media post. In the middle, they start to consider it. Maybe they compare options, read reviews, or visit your website. And at the bottom, they make a decision. They click buy, sign up, or schedule a demo. That's the classic model: attention, interest, desire, and action. It's simple, logical, and widely used. But here's where things get messy. In the real world, people don't move through a funnel in straight lines. They don't always start at the top and flow neatly to the bottom. Sometimes they bounce around, leave, come back, get distracted, or buy something because a friend sent them a link at the right time. The funnel is helpful, but it's not reality. It's a map, not the territory. Marketers know this, so over the years, the funnel model has gotten more complex. People started adding stages: loyalty, advocacy, retention. The idea was that getting someone to buy once isn't enough. You want them to come back, to tell their friends, to stay in their ecosystem. So the funnel became less like a funnel and more like a loop, with customer experience feeding back into the top. Suddenly, post-purchase became just as important as pre-purchase. A happy customer is a growth channel. Meanwhile, the tools used at each stage have also evolved. Awareness might come from a viral TikTok, a paid influencer campaign, or SEO content. Consideration might include landing pages, email nurture flows, or webinars. And conversion could happen through a checkout flow, a sales call, or a product-led experience like a free trial. The funnel is still there, it just has a lot more layers and inputs than it used to. This complexity has created an entire industry of funnel optimization. There are tools to measure drop-off at every step, software to A/B test different headlines, and agencies that specialize in just one slice of the funnel. But for all the data and tools we have, it's easy to forget the basic point. The funnel exists because people need different things at different stages. Someone who's never heard of your product doesn't need a discount code, they need context. Someone who's on the fence doesn't need another ad, they need trust. And someone who's ready to buy doesn't want to be interrupted with an inspirational brand story. They just want the button. In other words, good marketing isn't just about pushing people through a funnel, it's about removing friction at the right points. And it's about understanding how someone is thinking and feeling and meeting them there. That sounds simple, but it takes a lot of discipline. A lot of businesses skip straight to conversion tactics, like ads, call to actions, and urgency pop-ups, without investing in the top or middle of the funnel. That can work in the short term, but it often leads to high churn, low trust, and fragile growth. On the flip side, some brands obsess over awareness, going viral, building a vibe, but never connecting it to outcomes. They fill the top of the funnel, but don't help anyone move through it. You can have a million TikTok views and still no customers. That's why the best marketing strategies treat the funnel like a system, not a checklist. They understand that attention without direction is noise, and conversion without context is luck. They measure not just how many people see a campaign, but how those people move or don't through the journey, and they use those insights to improve the experience, not just the metrics. It's also worth noting that the funnel isn't just external, it shows up internally too, in how you communicate across teams. Product might focus on activation, sales on conversion, and brand on awareness. If you don't align around a shared understanding of the funnel, you end up optimizing different things in isolation. Marketing promises simplicity, sales delivers complexity, and customer success is then left to clean up the gap. So yes, the marketing funnel is a useful model, but it's only as good as how it's used. It's not about jamming people through a pipeline. It's about recognizing where someone is in their decision-making process and helping them take the next step. That step might be reading a blog post, trying a product, talking to sales, or doing nothing for now, and that's okay. Because at the end of the day, people don't buy in funnels. They buy when it makes sense for them. The job of marketing is to make sure it eventually does. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to hear more about how marketing really works.